A somber display at the state capitol.
Lawmakers paused to remember the victims of a killing spree nearly 3 years ago that took our state's Asian American community. Of the 8 people killed on March 16, 2021, 6 were women of Asian descent in 3 separate massage spas. The event galvanized the Asian American community. There are now 11 Asian American or Pacific Islanders serving in the state legislature, one of the largest AAPI caucuses in the country. Next Tuesday, for the first time, Georgia's Legislative Black Caucus, Hispanic Caucus, and AAPI caucus will come together for a town hall meeting.
I think it's something that's important for people to see, right? And important to put out there as we move into election season, that we should not be working in exclusion or working in silos, because there is a lot of work that we should be doing together.
Saturday, Atlanta will be one of 4 cities hosting gatherings in remembrance of Asian Americans lost to violence. Similar events will take place that same day in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and New York City.